waking up to eat breakfast in a cozy city apartment while, at that exact same moment, someone on the other side of your country is sitting down to watch the late-night news and getting ready for bed. That is the reality of living in Russia, a country so mind-bogglingly huge that it spans 11 different time zones. It is the single largest country on our planet, covering over 1/8 of all the inhabited land on Earth. It is bigger than the entire surface of the dwarf planet Pluto. But beyond just its raw size, it is a land filled with fairy tale castles, hidden wilderness secrets, and a rich history that shapes our world today. If you have ever wondered what it is actually like inside the biggest country in the world, you are in the right place. Today, we are taking a journey across Russia. To truly grasp how massive Russia is, you have to look at how much it connects to the rest of the world. It stretches all the way from Eastern Europe across the top of Asia, sharing borders with 14 different countries, including places like Norway, China, and North Korea. At its closest point, Russia is only about 2.5 miles away from the United States across a tiny strip of water in Alaska. Because it covers so much ground, the landscape changes dramatically depending on where you go. In the west, you will find Europe's longest river, the Volga, winding through rolling hills and major cities. In the north, the ground stays frozen all year round in a place called the tundra, where only hardy mosses and shrubs can survive. But the most famous part of Russia's landscape is Siberia, which takes up most of the eastern side. Siberia is known for its brutal, bone-chilling winters where temperatures can drop to -60 degrees. Yet, it is also home to the taiga, which is the largest continuous forest on the planet, packed with millions of pine and birch trees that produce a massive amount of the world's oxygen. Hidden deep inside Siberia is another world record holder called Lake Baikal. This is not just any lake. It is the deepest and oldest lake in the world, containing roughly 1/5 of all the fresh water on the entire surface of the planet. The water is so incredibly clear that you can see objects 40 feet below you. And in the winter, it freezes over with ice so thick that people can drive heavy trucks right across it. Most of Russia's 145 million people do not live in the icy wilderness of Siberia, though. Roughly 3/4 of the population lives in the western, European part of the country, where the weather is a bit milder and the biggest cities are located. The heart of the country is Moscow, the capital city. Moscow is a sprawling, high-tech metropolis of over 13 million people. It looks like a mix of futuristic glass skyscrapers and centuries-old fortresses. The center of the city is Red Square, where you can find the famous Saint Basil's Cathedral, which looks like a giant, colorful palace made of swirling gingerbread and ice cream cones. Right next to it is the Kremlin, a massive historic fortress that serves as the center of the Russian government. If you want more fact videos in easy-to-understand English, subscribe below. Russia's second biggest city is Saint Petersburg, often called the cultural capital. It was built along a network of canals and is filled with beautiful European-style palaces and grand museums. But what really makes Russia fascinating is its incredible mix of people and cultures. While most people speak Russian, the country is actually home to nearly 200 different ethnic groups, each with their own unique traditions, clothing, and languages. You can meet reindeer herders in the icy north, nomadic families in the southern grasslands, and urban artists in the modern cities. To travel between these diverse regions, Russians often rely on the ultimate train ride, The Trans-Siberian Railway. This is the longest railway line in the world, connecting Moscow all the way to the Pacific Ocean, if you bought a ticket and sat on the train. Without stopping, the journey would take a full 6 days of non-stop travel just to cross the country. Along the way, passengers share meals, drink hot tea from traditional metal cup holders, and watch the endless forest and mountains roll past the window. When it comes to daily life, Russian food is hearty and designed to keep you warm through the long winters. One of the most famous dishes is borscht, a vibrant beet soup usually served with a dollop of sour cream. Dumplings stuffed with meat or potatoes, called pelmeni, are another massive favorite, along with traditional pancakes called blini, which can be eaten with sweet jam or savory fillings. Russians are also incredibly proud of their contributions to art and science. This is the country that produced world-famous classical music, incredible ballet dancers, and some of the greatest writers in human history. In science, Russia was a pioneer in exploring outer space, launching the very first artificial satellite, Sputnik, and sending the first human, Yuri Gagarin, into orbit around the Earth. Russia is a land of extremes, where ancient history meets modern technology, and freezing ice fields melt into bustling cities. It is a massive, complex piece of our puzzle planet, and the next time you look at a globe, you will know just how much wonder is packed into that giant space at the top of the map. Thanks for watching.